You were enjoying your day today, whether you're sheltered in, we are. And let me turn my volume down before I get yelled at for doing that. Okay, there we go. It's still wonderful to have you joining us tonight. We'll have more people jumping on. I have a few little things to talk about. First of all, we have a very special guest tonight who joined us at the last minute. She was gracious enough to do that, and that's Psychic Joanne Leo. So as soon as I start tweeting that, I think, well, the lines will light up with the questions for Joanne. She has a special presentation tonight. She's going to use special cards. And so we want you to get on that. Call your neighbor, call your mom, tell them to get on. Okay. Also, I wanted to point out my website to you, which is carolancarey.com, Carolan, Carey, Carey.com. And also, I'm going to be on the Mans and Mitchell show based out of Seattle. Saturday, we'll be doing a show. I'm going to give a little talk on a wonderful lady who is in spirit, fantastic medium, Helen Duncan. And there was a lot of controversy concerning or surrounding her death. And I've been chasing an interview with Helen Duncan's family for about 2 years. And I don't expect to get a call out of this, but I wanted to relay some information about the quite interesting and dynamic and very rare abilities of Helen Duncan as a trance medium, what she did during World War II, the dangers of mediumship and trance, which got her locked up in prison in England for, I think it was at least 9 months. I got to check my facts before we do this show. But I have been in contact with one of her granddaughters, and I've read about the family, what they went through with her incarceration and her sudden death not long after that. Winston Churchill was a fan of Helen Duncan's and went to visit her in prison. She was imprisoned for doing her work as a medium and trance medium. She brought a lot of comfort to people during World War II. So anyway, we're going to talk about her and refer you to her website. And I will post Mans and Mitchell's website, dynamic show. Gary and Suzanne are fantastic hosts. I've known them for a while now, many years. And they asked me today if I would come on their show on Saturday. So that's back to radio for me. And I will be taking some calls and doing some mini readings. So I hope you will join us. And I'm going to post that on my Facebook page, the information and the time and everything. I believe it's 1 o'clock on Saturday. It's a radio station out of Seattle. They've been, Suzanne and Gary have been on that show for many years. They bring a lot of great practitioners from all over the world. So I'm delighted and honored to be on their show. So that will be this Saturday. Other than that, I'm sheltered in, and even that I'm sheltered in. And there's no sense going anywhere because you can't buy toilet paper or paper towels, so you can't go anywhere. Now I heard today they're going to be closing the beaches this Saturday at 6 p.m. and the beaches are going to be closed. So that is really not helping the Sarasota economy. We still have a lot of people here visiting and a lot of tourists here for season. This is our busiest time. So restaurants are not serving due to this virus and coronavirus. I hate to even call it coronavirus because it sounds like somebody has a hangover, but it's much more serious than that. No churches, no hair salons, no nail salons. So forget it. So we're just going to look like I don't know what until this is over. But that's okay. I colored my hair today, so I think we're good. Okay. Without further ado, also one show, next show that I do by myself, I think I talked to you about Walter, my guide Walter, and I'm going to talk about him again. And I wanted to talk about, this is a trumpet for trumpet mediums. This is what trumpets use. This happens to be a student sized one. It's lighter to be able to get the energy to get these things to go up in the air and fly around. And also if you're a direct voice medium, the voice comes out through this tube. So we're going to talk about that. A lot of people don't know about that, but that's some of the things that I did in help with my trance circle, and it was wonderful. So we're getting back into that again. So that'll be interesting. So I might do some channeling on a show at some trance. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, I have the delightful and fabulous Joanne Leo, Psychic Joanne Leo, with us. Here she is. Welcome, Joanne, to the show, to In the Psychic Flow. I am so delighted to have you tonight with us, and I'm sure our audience is too. They're starting to jump on. Can't wait to talk to you. And I'm probably going to be looking for a message too. And I heard you have some special tools you're going to use tonight. Can you explain that for us? Oh, let me first let everybody know, if you don't know who Psychic Joanne Leo is, let me just point out a few things. This gal is, and I can call her that because we relate. I'm from New York. She's from Chicago. We got this. And we hit it off very well. And we are very plain speaking, down to earth mediums. There's no woo-woo with us. We are very dedicated to what we do. Joanne is incredible psychic who uses an array of her abilities. Her readings are unique and is the most detailed and unique information you will ever receive. It goes by your date of birth and your birth name. So this is a unique situation for you. Your information is totally tailored to you. It's not generic. It's not, oh, you're Pisces or whatever. It's none of that. It's absolutely fabulous. This is Joanne Leo is the soul reader. She is touching into your information in heaven. Joanne was a six-figure corporate exec before her life changed, and she became Psychic Joanne Leo, a gift from God we have with us tonight, and a wonderful teacher, life coach. She's just the bomb. And she is my go-to person among a few others that we use, and we refer people on and off. And because we're all unique, we're creme de la cremes, and we are the best in the business as far as I'm concerned. So let me introduce to you Psychic Joanne Leo. Joanne, what are you going to do for us tonight?
Well, of course, I will always give the messages by their birth date, and that's their soul. And you're absolutely right. I am the soul reader because your name on your birth certificate and your birth date is your blueprint. And our soul never dies. So we come with all these wonderful information that are tuned right into our chart. We choose our mother, our father, our siblings, our teachers, our jobs, the good, the bad, the ugly, the ups, the downs, the lessons. And it's my job to guide them and inspire them so that they can aspire. But tonight, in addition to doing that, I will do a quick little thing on their birthday. But I brought my Archangel Michael cards, who I love. I think these are wonderful messages. And I've got my other message from the soul. And these are great cards, too.
Yes, I have those. What are those called? What are those cards called?
I think they're called message. I think they're called Message from the Soul. I don't have the box anymore, but because I've been using these for so many years. But I like them because because I'm tuned to them anyway. So I can just give a little shuffle, and it's amazing how the cards just kind of fit what we're working on. So I absolutely love that. And my spirit guide is a big, tough Indian. So I'm a straight shooter, and so is he. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're delighted to have you with us. We got people lining up already. We got Linnell, we got Robin, we got Jolie the Ninja. I love that. Linnell, glorious energy from Linnell. Glorious energy with these two lovely ladies. Aren't you nice? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You can't beat Psychic Joanne Leo, whose website is psychicjoanneleo.com. Joanne is Joanne. Leo is Leo, like the lion. So don't forget that. You got to check out her website. She has different times, different time, I guess you would say length of readings, and a few different types of readings. But no matter what you choose, your information is detailed and unique just to you. So I think you will enjoy that very much. Very precise information. So I have to share that with everyone. I hope that and Robin says we look great. So I'm going to pass that on. Thank you, Robin. We did. I was just saying, if I didn't do this show, I probably wouldn't get dressed at all, because a lot of readings are now, thanks to Joanne pushing me with that, video chat or FaceTime or phone. So everybody's sheltering in. So if you really need a reader and you really want some great advice, please contact Joanne. She's doing video chat. She'd be delighted to speak with you. So it's the same as being here. And I like doing it because then I don't have to clean my office. I don't have to worry about that. So, right? You know,
right.
Conserving energy.
Yeah, same with me. You should see my desk, but they don't see it when I do my videos, so it's good.
Yeah, they don't see that. That's great. So thank you very much for being with us, ladies. Let's see. We have a few people. YouTube, we got Mariah Joy Webster. Oops, she's got her information out.
I see. I also see Jolie's at 412.
Yeah. And Robin put hers out.
Yeah, Jolie.
41258.
Yeah, I got that. Okay. So she is, it's really kind of interesting because this is a great year for you, Jolie, to put the balance on. Good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me, people, places, and things. And I want you to get comfortable in your skin. Okay. I think that that's really important because I do know that you, number one, you like things, steady. You like things organized. You like to be, you're a planner, and when I look at and I get into your energy, it's like you're like bread to me. You're just a good soul, and you've got the art of the ability to write, speak, draw, create, and do those kind of things. So hopefully you're doing something with that. But as far as this year goes, it's all about balance and really making better decisions of what's good for you, not good for you, and being true to yourself. But I'm going to see what Archangel Michael has to say for you, Jolie. And I just absolutely work with these cards every single day. And usually I do tarot with a twist. I read Schuster cards. And nobody reads Schuster anymore. They're from the 1980s. But what is so good about them is I will say every time I do a reading with Schuster, which, it's hard to do on the, on just a video cast like this, because they're so detailed and the information is so personal. I wouldn't want to put that out in front of God and everybody. But they're read astrologically, psychically, and numerically. So they are really, really different. And hardly anybody reads them anymore. The book that comes with the cards is horrible. So when I teach it or when I've taught it in the past, I meditated on every card. So it's a unique message. Carolan knows because she's had Schuster readings many times. So,
yep.
All right, let's see what Archangel Michael has for Joel. And we have, this goes perfect with your number this year, which is about balance. It's about patience. It's about harmony. But this is making a commitment. And I want to say to you, because you're so good, you're this, like, I feel like everybody who has to thrive through life is like bread. Make a commitment to being good to yourself first, because you're the can-do girl to begin with anyway. Does that make sense? So this is making a commitment to yourself. I love this one because I love when this card always pops up because it's your home is protected by angels. But I do feel that you have a big angel behind you that really kind of guides you. And I don't know if you've gotten into some scrapes or, things where you've been a little frightened. You have to know that you've got this humongous angel that is right around you. And I love this last card. Positive thoughts get positive results. And I think that this is such a key thing today is to remain positive. Look for the good. What else is possible? That's my motto. If I'm even facing a major decision or I'm a little anxious, I have to take a deep breath and go, what else is possible? Because then I don't want to put in, that's no limit thinking. And I'm big about no limit thinking because God is my co-pilot. So, and he's your co-pilot too. So I leave you with that message today.
Beautiful. And
All
that
right.
was for our Jolie, the ninja, right?
Yes.
Great. That was beautiful. Let me see. We have, I think it was Linnell. That was, let me just
Yeah.
check here.
Could you get the birth date?
Yeah, let's see. Linnell Taylor, August 8, 1966.
Okay. Well, first of all, isn't that funny? That's two girls in a row that have the same achievement number. And I want to explain this about being a master numerologist because that is your blueprint. And it carries through even past life. I get a lot of past life information on that too. Um, when they have to talk to somebody on the other side, Carolan's my go-to girl because I work with the soul. I work with the here and the now. And so if they've got something going on the other side, or that they need, a message from their loved one, Carolan, as I said, I go to her for when I need that information. But it's funny, I have two girls here with the same achievement number. What I want to say about being a master numerologist, it's not like you going on the computer and you go, oh, I'm a 5, or I'm a 3, or I'm a 2. No. There are so many pieces and layers to a true numerology chart. And I'm formally trained, but now all my information's channeled. So the message you get from me is like a download from heaven. Does that make sense? So I can't even remember half the readings because it comes and I give it to you. So a lot of my people record or take notes. But as far as Linnell goes, this is another thing. She's in the same boat that Jolie's in because it's all about patience, and it's all about balance, and it's all about uh, making better choices too. I think Linnell is very, very strong, natural born leader. Um, I would say being a boss or supervisor or being in her own business or a CEO or whatever, she definitely has that ability because she's very strong. I wouldn't say that she's always had the easiest rodeo, but because of her early childhood or early years, it made her stronger, 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 and stronger. Um, so that she could actually lead by example. I would definitely say that. Oh, thanks, Lynn. I see she says there, correct. Um, oh, it's 8-9, not 8-8. Ah, well, then let me recompute. Okay,
Wait a minute, I
so
thought it said 8-8, no?
that's okay. So that makes it's about you really uh, changing the scope from balance to really finding your inner joy, getting outside the dots, having some more free time, being more creative this year.
Oh, August 9th.
Um, I feel like there's some sort of in the summertime. I feel like there's going to either be some sort of either major occasion, event, or whatever, or a major trip. So I would look forward to plan that. And as far as October, November, and December, what's going on for your year will be all about that balance and making some decisions. Anything that you would sign or buy or negotiate in October, November, December, I just want you to check your I's and cross your T's. Okay. So let's see what Archangel Michael has to say for you.
Joanne, may I just ask you something?
Sure.
You mentioned a particular number and the depth of numerology readings, which I get that. Did you mention an achievement number?
Yes. And that your achievement, well, there's so many pieces to it. There's your soul, your personality, your expression. Your
Mhm.
achievement number is what you came with from heaven. That let's say in Linnell's case that I can look at here, she was a healer or some sort of person who benefited mankind in a previous lifetime. Okay.
Oh,
But she's also very strong. But you see, when I get into doing full charts, it'll blow. You know what it's like, Carolan. You've had your full chart done. Um, you get all the information. It's when I say it's a soul reading, it's a soul reading. So it gives you your strengths in this lifetime. Also, some of the karmic stuff that you chose to work on in this lifetime, I can find that too. But the achievement number that is the sum total of the month and the day you're born. But my messages are not found in a book or a computer program because it's coming right from heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I definitely know that she's very sensitive when it comes to relationships, even though she's a very strong character. She's got to take those rose-colored glasses off because a lot of times people will take advantage of her sweet side, her compassionate side. Okay, let's see what Archangel Michael has to say for Linnell. All right. Look at this. I love it. Have confidence. Look at that.
That's a beautiful card.
You know what Spirit always tells me when I get this have confidence? I am such a, well, my life coaching style, Carolan. I love to say this, let's stand strong in our shoes, because a lot of times when we go through life and we have our ups and downs or our lessons, a lot of times we give our power away. And this is to kind of reaffirm, to have confidence and start getting our power back and claim our power too. And if there's something that's been bugging you, I always love when this card comes up, or that if you're in a situation, because Carolan has heard me say this more than 1,000 times. Good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me. And this is time to leave an unhealthy situation, whether it's verbal, whether it's, in the physical form or whatever. Or if you've got that voice in between your ears, I call the critic, that sabotages you, then let's address that, because that's something that was one of my biggest achievements, was to conquer that. And I teach that on a daily basis. Okay. And look at this. This is one of the best cards in the whole deck. A favorable outcome.
Oh, nice.
So get excited, honey, because when this card pops up, it means everything's going to work out. So don't stress. Don't be anxiety filled. And another thing that I want to say to you, especially getting into your energy, is stop second guessing yourself. Got it? Okay, there you go.
Very nice. Okay. So I just wanted to let you know, Joanne, that our producer Tiffany is letting me know that we are getting requests for readings from YouTube, Crowdcast, Facebook. So they're coming in. So that's great. So I'm writing them down for you. You got Jolie and you got Linnell, right?
Yes,
next up, we have, and I have someone asking for a message from their husband who just transitioned. So I'll probably do that one. But let's go to Robin, who is 6/16/69.
It is amazing how souls gravitate, because just from the three people that we had, the number 16 resonates in some sort of combination. And here's Robin with the 16 birthday. That's hysterical. Robin's achievement number is a master number, and it's a gift from God. And what I want to say to you, Robin, is that it comes with a heck of a lot of responsibility when you have this master number. But it will take you to the moon because it requires, if you are very strong in right and wrong, have a good moral understanding, of the gratitude, the harmony, the love, and all the good stuff. It's people who lie, cheat, steal, scam with this number. The worst I've seen in 40 years of doing the work is prison. So it can shoot you to the moon if you're on board and you're, doing the moral right things in life. And people who take that gift for granted, it definitely brings you down to some big consequences. Okay. But here's the great news about this year for you. This is a year for you to rock, roll, and hoochie coo, as far as I'm concerned. This is a time for you to, if you want to do something, you want to start something, or with a work situation, this is the time for you to either get a promotion, a bonus, or doing something outside the dots here, because it's like you have rocket fuel for success. So you're in a very good, successful year here. I think the thing that I would love to say to you, just getting into your energy a little bit, because I don't have your whole chart, and that's a whole other thing, because that's an hour of reading for me to take apart your whole birth chart. But I think the most important thing about you, Robin, emotionally, you can't hold your emotions inside, or you're going to wind up with tummy problems or colon problems. You know, it's. I would say to you that you need to learn to speak in your I. In other words, when that happened, I was embarrassed. When that was said, I was hurt. You see, then your power comes back. But if you just hold things inside or push it aside because you don't like drama or you don't like the confrontations, you hurt yourself. So I'm going to ask you to work on that on a soul level, because you chose that to learn in this lifetime. So I will leave you with that. And did I do cards for Robin yet? No, I did not, right?
No, you did not.
Okay. All right. So we're going to do Robin's angel cards now. And we'll see what Archangel Michael wants Robin to know. And let me see here also, too. She's in a 422.
So as you can see, Psychic Joanne Leo uses a lot of her abilities here combined in one reading. She does tarot with a twist and readings from the heart. As you can see, all these components come together in a unique and in a styled manner just for you. So it really is a privilege to have you on here and to receive readings from you. So I know they're already jumping up and down over here, or the guests in the green room. So please go ahead with the cards for Robin. I'm sure she's waiting anxiously.
I know. I love this card, Robin. It's perfect for you. This is a creation card, or what you create. And it's just like when we were talking about, and I know you're sensitive, and I know you hold things inside, and you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but you can't sacrifice yourself either. This is that you created the situation, and you have the power to change it. Look at this card. She's creating this, what the outcome could be. Okay. So this goes right to your heart and soul, honey. This is, what do you want? You know, if this is signifying for you to learn to speak your truth, or not to sacrifice yourself because you want to be the good guy and you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, eventually that's a boomerang to hurt you back. So I would like you to, this says work on the changes, or work on what you want to create, how it could be different. So I love that.
Very nice.
Trust your gut. Trust your inner guidance. You know, I want you to think about this, Robin, and I bet you even long after our session is over, you'll think about some of the things I'm saying to you. But this is saying, think about the times you didn't follow your gut instinct, and you found out later you should have trusted it. So this is very, very important. Remember, I said you had that master number. So this is a confirmation, honey, that gift came forward with you in this lifetime. You got to use it. Okay. And last but not least, decide to be happy now. And because you're so sensitive, you have to be very, very careful that you're not sacrificing yourself for everybody else to be happy. Okay? I'll leave you with that, darling.
I could take all these cards, by the way. I feel that's the one thing about your readings, Joanne. You know, so much of it applies to everybody listening as well. You know, it's really good. That's a beautiful message.
There's always a message for everybody.
Yes, good, very good point. we also, just wanted to read a few of the comments of the people. They're delighted. Robin says, wow, true. I am an emotional person. And she says, thank you. She's had a lot of challenges. Also, Linnell loved her reading. She's like, loving Leo for sure. I think she means Joanne Leo. She's loving you for sure.
Good.
She's got some beautiful adjectives here. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So cool. La, la, la. Who else do we have here? Jolie was thank you very much. Wonderful. Robin says you were spot on.
I love it.
And beautiful. Yep. Yep. Very, very nice. We get the Rose out there. Oh, Rose, that's one of my guides, by the way. Okay, let me talk to, excuse me. Let me talk to this young lady from YouTube, I believe it is. She's from YouTube. And then we'll get a couple more for Joanne here. Here it is. Facebook, I'm sorry. Saras Nato. Hello, greetings. My husband just transitioned. Do you have a message from him? Ooh, and next for me going forward, my husband's birthday is July 11th, 43, and mine is 6/30/51. So let me do the husband. I'll give that to Joanne to work out while I see if I have a contact here with your husband. His name would be, if you have, could give me his name, that would be helpful. So her husband's birth date is July 11th, 43, just transitioned. I kind of get the impression from this lovely gentleman, and I feel what I'm kind of getting, he was glad to go because I feel like a gasping feeling here. He was glad to leave his body because I have a difficulty in here, and he wants to let you know, honey, that he no longer has that. He's also very kind of he's kind of got a honey to-do list for you since he's not there now. I feel as if, and please let me know if I'm on track, Saras. I feel as if there's a few details that you have to deal with. So from the other side, he's reminding you of a couple of jobs that you have to wrap up. So I don't know if this is the way he was when he was living here on the earth plane, but that's what I kind of get from the spirit world. I want to also let you know he's with a lovely lady, and they are dancing. So I'm going to say, I believe his mother greeted him. It's an older woman. I'm going to say his mother. And she's an older lady, and I would say a body type a little bit more curvaceous, I don't feel, frail. I feel a robust woman with her. And he's got her arm, and they're kind of dancing in this circle. So there's a party going on there in heaven for your husband to be greeted by. So I hope that gives you some benefit. It's also talking about three children, 3 sons, three something. And he is filled with regret that he had to once again leave. And this is Walter giving me this because this is a British euphemism. They will say it's everything was at 6s and 7s. 6s and 7s. That's kind of a British term for everything's kind of up in the air. Everything's all kind of mixed up. So at the point of his departure, he was glad to step out of the body because he was having some difficulty. And I don't want to belabor it, but I feel like he's having trouble breathing. He's trying to gasp for breath, and he doesn't have that. He's reunited with an older woman. I am presuming his mother, because the love and the beaming at him, it looks like a mother's love to me. And he is dancing. He's got his arm around the back of her, and there are people in the room dancing. There's fun music going on, and I feel that there's a party going on. He speaks about 3, so I don't know if he had 3 children or 3 something. So if you're listening, Saras, please give me a hint if I'm on the right track. But I want to let you know, he's talking about wet or weather, and I don't know why he's talking about that, but I'll give it to you. Also talking about birds. I have something about a bird, a feather, something here for you that he's talking about. So I don't know if you had a parakeet. He's talking about that. He has some jobs for you to finish because he's not there to do them for you, and he regrets that. as much as he loved his family and he wanted to be here, his body could no longer accommodate that. So he was glad to step out of it. But I want to let you know that he arrived up, and here we have some rosary beads here. So, excuse me, somebody was praying for his transition, somebody from a Catholic background praying for his transition to go smoothly, and it did. He is surrounded by lovely people over there. I have an older gentleman as well with a cigar, and he's correcting. He says it's a Havana cigar. So make sure that I get that correct. And this feels like a coastal, warm climate that they are showing me. So I don't know if he's from another country with that climate or he's from Florida, but it's a similar climate to Florida. It feels humid, warm, and there's a beautiful night sky, and they are enjoying the evening outside dancing to music. So, and I also am getting something about a little girl. So I don't know if he had a daughter, but please get back to me and let me know if I'm on the right track. If there's anything else I can give to you, I just want to make sure I'm not just pulling out of space. But I have a lovely gentleman here. I really feel with all of his heart. He talks about the month of August, so that might be a birthday or an anniversary, but with all of his heart coming forward to you, my dear Saras. And I hope that, I don't know if that's his name, Saras, or her name. So I hope that our host, Tiffany, will let me know if that is, if that's true or not, if this is her husband. So her husband's birthday was July 11th, 43. Do you have anything you want to add to that?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do, because first of all, the two of them were meant to be. It was a meant to be kind of thing. It's a past life agreement that they were going to be together in this lifetime. Now, you know, Carolan, that I'm not a big believer in soulmates because people get all miscombobbled over soulmates.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do hundreds of soul connections in our lifetime. But this connection was a love connection from a previous lifetime. It was so good, they said, we got to do this again. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do feel he had a heart condition, and there was something with a blood condition. Okay. I'm feeling heart. I'm feeling that it was, it could be a blood pressure issue. I'm just feeling that it was with the heart was the problem here. I do feel that I want her to know that he had a great life. I mean, you know, it's for the ups and the downs that he had maybe from his childhood, as sensitive as that may have been, he made up for it in other parts of his life. You know, life is like a book. You know, we have many chapters, and I really feel when I get into his energy of his soul that he made up for a lot of those times. But as far as you, Sarah, I know that you need to try. You know, you have to go through your grieving process. I do understand that.
Oh, Jeff.
But I do feel that, you know, once you can get past or make that leap a little bit above that, is getting into the funny parts and the humor parts and the memories and the good times, because that's going to fulfill your days of you finding your joy and happiness, and know that not everybody gets the opportunity that you got, that you guys connected when you made that deal up in heaven. So I leave you with that, but we'll do some angel cards, and that's what I got from your numbers. Okay.
Let me just read her comments while you're doing that.
Okay.
Sarah's husband's name is Jeff. Sarah's NATO, that's her name. That's the wife's name. Absolutely spot on. The older woman is his aunt, like a mother. And she said, whatever it is, the jobs he left her, yes, I am working on it now. And he is a party guy. So that fits. So I'm so glad that you could take that. It's always great to get that validation, so you don't think you're like nuts, you know. But what a lovely guy, a gregarious guy, I want to say, a generous man. And I feel how lucky you were. He had a blood transfusion at the end, Joanne.
Okay, yeah.
He had 3 daughters and a son. So we got 3 daughters. and they did have a very lovely life, very abundant together. So God bless you, honey. He's going to look, you're not getting rid of him anytime soon because he's keeping an eye on you. So, okay.
So
Go ahead.
Sarah, you got a little bit of creme de la creme because I've worked shows with Carolan, and I am different than just a card reader. I think you see that, and you can see why we work in such great synergy because I work with my channeled information. She works with their channeled information. It's amazing. And I was thrilled to see your comments, Sarah. So I know that he's in a great place, and it's really a beautiful energy that I feel. So let's see what we have here. Oh, this is beautiful. And this is going to where you're feeling emotional right now. And it's kind of like what I had said to you, that you have to go through the part of, you're going to have your funny moments. You're just going to crack up laughing. You'll think of something. And you'll have your times where the tears just run down your eyes. I get it. So this is honor and trust your feelings. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to go with the flow of your feelings, and the good ones too, because I don't want you to get stuck into gloom and doom here. Okay. So this is a great card for you. This is kind of normal when you have had the kind of lifestyle that the two of you had. Is let go of fear now, because it's kind of like, it's what Carolan said, and this card goes right to what Carolan picked up. Is that, how am I going to get this, or what, what's next, or what's the next step, or it's when we get into fear, I just want you to know, when we get into fear, it is the opposite of faith. So we have to stand strong in our shoes. And when we're fearful, no, we got to start praying for the perfect outworking, for the right answer, for the right direction. And I know that you can do this, but you've got to don't get stuck into that fear of not knowing what to do. There's always an answer. Okay? Oh, and this is your confirmation for everything Carolan and I said. And these cards usually, I save them to the end of all my readings, especially when I do my soul work and stuff, or when I do my tarot with a twist. These always are the last cards that I use. And this is the romance angel. That love was a special love that doesn't die, whether he's here or he's in heaven. And this is a blessing, and this is your confirmation that you were truly loved every which way but Sunday. Okay?
Very nice. Thank you, Joanne. Mm-hmm. We are getting some people lining up.
Good.
Thank you, Sarah. I hope that you enjoyed that reading. Beautiful message. We have Barbara J from, I think it's Johnson, and I think she's from Facebook too. Her birth date is 7/20/58.
Okay. Well, so Barbara, here we got another girl here that very sensitive, can be very emotional, holds a lot of her feelings inside, not good. Could be a little too hard on yourself, Barb. And it comes with your name and your birth date, sweetheart. So if I was doing your full chart, we would be having some talks here of how to kind of embrace it and change it into the positive. There's always wonderful things. Thank God that you're a strong person, but I know that you're sensitive. So yes, you are strong in your shoes, or you could be a survivor, but you hold a lot of your emotions inside, or you might be so hard on yourself or think things need to be just a certain way, like almost perfectionistic. And that never works out too spiffy, I'll tell you that. Why? Because nothing's perfect. There's no perfect mother, father, sister, brother, kid. No. Job, school, nothing's perfect. So now that we know that nothing's perfect except for God, then everything else is possible. That's how I look at it. So this year is kind of like, it's got to do with work. It's got to do with you getting structured or making some positive changes. I don't want you to feel like you're stuck, because I feel you're going into a great cycle in April, May, and June. So let's make a plan, and get outside of the rigidity, I should say, the rigidity of just having tunnel vision. I want you, what else is possible? That needs to become your second verbiage out of your mouth. What else is possible? If you got a problem, what else is possible? So that you can use that God-given energy to focus on the good. Okay, does that make sense? Now I'm going to use some Archangel Michael cards here. Don't be too hard on yourself this year, too. That's going to be another one. All right, so let's see. What do we have for Barbara? Barbara J., right, you said?
Yes. I believe it's Johnson. She was way up because we got quite a few people. Let me do a look here. Sarah, they're doing a lot of comments. So if you're watching, I'm rather new at this, as you can tell. I'm talking and reading the comments and the questions. So if I'm messing up a little bit, that's because I'm not quite used to that. Barbara S. Johnson, July 7, 58. What's that card? What is that? Oh, waiting for Psychic Joanne Leo to reconnect right in the middle of these angel cards. I'm trying to read this card and I can't because I think I need new glasses. But she'll be right back with us. We had this problem happen one other time. Sometimes we lose connection. My internet was down for almost 24 hours the other day. I don't know why. And nobody could give me an explanation except that we were in an outage. So I don't know if it's weather related, but we'll keep talking. And we'll see if we can get her back on. Let me see who else we have. We have, I may just have to wing it and give you some messages from the other side. Yeah, because we're such a great power source. Excuse me. I think all my, the people that have joined us in the psychic flow in the green room, their power is too much. Oh, she says, Joanne says, I am here. Don't leave, stay with it. Let me see what we can do. Let's see if we can get Joanne back on. In the meantime, she's going to finish up Barbara. And we have Diana and Nataline, and Tanya yet. So let's see what we can do. See if we can reconnect with Joanne Leo. Let's see what's going on here. If we can't, I'm going to finish up what we have. Oh, here she comes. I knew she was coming back.
I'm here.
You're on the other side, so let me turn this way. Okay.
I don't know what happened, but anyway, let's get back to Barbara.
Okay.
So, Barbara, because you live in your head too much, this is a great card for you. I was so thrilled to see it come out right about your thoughts and feelings. What I tell people with your birthday is anything, any decision you have to make or weighing things out, get out of your head, get the paper out, draw the line down the middle, pros, cons. And you're going to find that you won't procrastinate. So that's very, very important. This is to get unstuck. Instead, out of your head, use your imagination to see the proper answer. And do you see how that goes with this card? Perfect. Out of your head, onto the paper. What else is possible? Very powerful. And I love this. This is no fear. This is like
that's nice.
You have angels around you to be guarded and protected. How good is that? See, I think a lot of times when you stay in your head, fear can take over faith. Okay? Or you can get stuck into procrastination. And that's never good. Never, 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 ever good. Because you go back and forth and back and forth and you become indecisive, and that's not healthy either. Mm-hmm. Okay? Does that make sense? So this is the time for you to really, get with the program. This is the time for you to buckle down and make some new, some plans and get unstuck. All right, Barbara.
Good job, Joanne. How about Diana, 5/10/67?
Oh, Diana. Diana, this is a wonderful thing. So the last year and a half, I would say, has not been your easiest rodeo, Diana. And but I think if you could reflect back, uh, what I tell people spiritually, going through these ups and downs, whether it's relationships, jobs, moving, whatever it may be that went on in the last year and a half, relationships. What did I learn from that experience? And believe me when I tell you, get a pen and paper out. It's life changing because it gives you kind of like gasoline in your engine. Can you imagine trying to go to the store when it's on below empty? No. So I definitely think that this is uh, definitely going into a brand new 8-year cycle that I think is going to be phenomenal. So now it's time for you to make some positive changes and go with the gusto. That's what I have to say. So let's see what Archangel Michael has to say.
If you're looking, please check out Joanne's website. Excuse me, Joanne. Psychic JoanneLeo.com. Joanne is JOANNE. Leo, like the lion, LEO. Please check out Joanne's website, psychicjoanneleo.com, to book your private reading with her and her new style of video chat. You're just going to enjoy it. There's a lot of information comes through these readings, as you can see. Go ahead, Joanne.
All right. So the first thing we have here is you got the love card. And so if there's something that you are working on in a relationship or a relationship with yourself, you see, here's the thing, the affirmation that I always tell people when they're in a brand new cycle like you is to work on the affirmation. I love myself. No school teaches you that. I forgive myself because I don't know anybody in shoe leather that doesn't need to be forgiven on something. Words actually need.
True.
And the third thing is I totally and completely accept myself. So loving yourself also, everybody benefits when you love yourself first. But anyway, this is a love card and this is about relationships. So if you're looking for a new relationship, this is great. If you're in a relationship, this is a great card to have to say that this is a good one. Believe and trust. So this is tenfold because this starts with you, and it also starts with any type of relationship, whether it's mother, father, sister, brother, kids, friends, whatever. Believing and trusting yourself first. You see, so in order to have a healthy love, you got to have 3 things. The first thing is trust, the second thing is respect, and the third thing is communication. And those 3 have to be in synergy. So believe and trust. And let's see, look what came up again. So get excited, Diana. Here we go. Favorable outcome. So get out of gloom and doom or doubtful thinking or scaredy cat or fearful or whatever, because this is a great card to finish with. Okay.
Beautiful. Okay. Now I'm going to mispronounce this name. I apologize. Natalan, Natalan, Mayer, Mayer, 22368.
220.
So Natalan, I guess you would pronounce that. 22368.
Okay. Well, first of all, there's a little bit of a dichotomy here with Natalan because she's very smart, she's very strong. She's should always follow her gut feeling, that's for sure. She's got a little bit of a I don't know, how do I want to say this? It's like a two-ended thing here because she doesn't like drama, she doesn't like to fight, but she doesn't like to be told what to do, how to do it, where to do it, or when to do it. So it's a little bit of a conflict, but she's got the sizzle, but she wants things smooth and easy. Well, that, kind of can have an up and down situation here. But this is a year for her all about balance. This is all about good for me, not good for me, healthy for me, not healthy for me. And it comes through people, places, and things. So if you could just take this little mantra and own it for yourself, right here, good for me, not good for me, and really make your decisions based on that scale. Is it really something that I really want to expend the energy on, or is it something that I just need to, you know, or do I need to shore it up and say, when that happened, I wasn't too happy about that, or when that was said, I was hurt. Okay, it'd be very important to thy own self be true, is what I have to say for you, Natalie. Okay. Um, Also, too, I think sometimes she can be a little picky, and that sometimes doesn't serve her well. So, what else is possible would be the mantra that I think she needs to work with. So, let's see what Archangel Michael has to say. All righty, Madeline. We're going to do a Madeline here. Okay, one more. All right, let's see. Huh. If you're worried about the people that live in your house or your home or any family situation, you have to know that the angels are overlooking and protecting your family and your home. So this is somebody who might be a little bit of a worry ward or has some concerns over a family member or their home. Okay. This is perfect when I said that Natalie could be a little picky here. Positive thinking. So positive thoughts get positive results.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell people, especially my life coaching clients, tell me what's right about a situation before you can get into all the things that are wrong. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear what's right first. And this is a good habit to get into for everybody, really, is that when you're looking at something, what's right about it? You see, we can always find out what's wrong with something and skedaddle out, okay? But let's look for what's right, and then we can look for what's wrong and then make a positive decision that's for our benefit. And remember what I just said, love ourselves, forgive ourselves. I think you tend to be too hard on yourself, Madeline. So this is saying forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. That goes with fear. Guilt and fear are the two culprits that will really work on a person's heart, mind, and soul. So in order to feel guilty, you have to do something wrong. So if you didn't commit it, didn't say it, didn't do it, guilt is a useless emotion. And guilt, if you're into guilt, fear is always going to be the end result. Do you understand? Because you want to be the fixer. And fixers never really wind up on top. Okay. They wind up being victims. So, because the person you're trying to fix, if they're not usually on the same page, and you're just going to continue to be the fixer. So I'll leave you with that, Madeline.
Very nice. I don't think we're going to get to everyone because we're only a few minutes from ending tonight. I want to go over Joanne's information one more time. We worked her pretty hard today. And so it's just a pleasure having you with us, Joanne, as always. You're just such a wonderful guest. Joanne, psychicjoanneleo.com. Please check out Tarot with a Twist and Readings from the Heart. Everybody is loving the energy. We got a lot of positive feedback here, how well we work together and what the cards have said for people. And it's just such an honor and a gift to be able to do this work. And I thank everyone for joining us in the green room from every place, Facebook, Crowdcast, YouTube. It's been absolutely fabulous. So, and I hope you will join us next week. And we will talk about a few do some psychic chit chat. I'm trying to arrange a interview with Reverend Kevin Lee from the other coasts, Lauderdale area, the Metaphysical Chapel. He's a very interesting, wonderful guy. We're trying to set up a recording time with him. And so I hope you'll join us for that. This Saturday, I will be on Manson Mitchell's show, which is alternative radio out of Seattle. And I will post that on my Facebook page. So you can join us if you want to call in for questions. And what else did I want to tell you? Oh, also, I will try to do a little channeling on one of these sessions, a little trance. Robin said she was looking forward to that. and we'll talk more about guides and, tools or whatever. So I want to thank everyone for joining us. Shelter home, be safe, enjoy, and don't forget to call and book your readings with either myself or Psychic Joanne Leo, because you don't have to leave the house. It's just like being. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining us tonight in the Psychic Flow. Good night, all.
Good night.